Alright, welcome back. More Horizon Forbidden West coming at you. Last episode, we reunited with a bunch of characters from the first game. Aaron, who is one of my favorite characters from the first game, was really mad at me. Which, given the reason he gave, makes sense, because I remember that now. Aloy did just kind of run off at the end of the first game. Like, Battle of Meridian happened, and then she's just out of there. Doesn't say goodbye to anybody, just leaves Meridian. What is this?
What are those Osram doing out here?
Quick! Gotta scrap him before the Scroungers get him.
Oh, that bristleback's charging right at them.
For the scrap pile. Your help was timely, Nora.
Just get back to Chainscrape before you get yourselves killed.
Not with all this salvage lying about. Come on, crew. Back to it.
Oh, jeez. That is... Oh, that's just... Oh, cool. I found one of the collectibles. Alright, let's watch out for these. Go to the dawn, go to the source. Oh no.
There's the quarry Phyllis mentioned. And it's full of bristlebacks.
Oh, we finally got help! Faster! Smashing the scrap!
One less machine.
Those asses could have brought friends!
Another one down. There's no more fire. One less machine.
Those.
Another one down.
Give me all that salvage. Is that all?
Send this to my stash. Let's do it. It's a ruin from the old world. But I could find something interesting inside.
What do we got in here?
Okay, what do we have in here?
There's stuff. AKA lore. Which in this game, I am very interested in. How can I get up there?
Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin? Check this out. I'll be able to come back. I'll put these in my bag. There. Quarry's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk.
She's just gotta run to get in cutscene position.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chain Scrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Ulvund holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in the dawn before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet. I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Valley should be safe enough to travel. I'll go give Wadis the good news. And maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Get that quick save really fast. I miss being able to whistle for mounts. It's just all new machines out here that I can't override yet. Wait.
Should use shock ammo.
Chargers. Definitely override them. At least I could override them in Zero Dawn.
Well, that's not.
Time to give Wadis to Barren Light.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, I did. Don't pull that face on.
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errand vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When I've
says...
cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
Well, I shall not be moving anywhere until the whistle has sounded. If it is not safe for them, then it is not safe for me.
Fine. I'll make sure the whistle gets blown, and then I'll be back.
Hear that? We're not leaving yet. Unpack the cart!
No. I'll be right back. Don't get comfortable.
As if that were possible here.
Oh my god, I hate this guy.
Petra mentioned Olvind is supposed to be in charge around here. Guess I should talk to him to get the whistle blown.
Hey, I thought you.
Isn't gonna kill you.
Beer I didn't like. Couldn't finish.
Don't mind this lot. They smell bad, but they'll do in a
You.
pinch.
Hope to catch you soon.
I need one little dose, and that damn forge woman spits fire at me. I kind of like those weapons.
Let's get off this asshole.
same side here, Ulvund. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior.
Oh, I want to punch this guy.
Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course.
God, she's so sarcastic.
Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place.
I already did.
Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
By you.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
He's also got a point.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. Then just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Oh, I hate this guy.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osseram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You're really not.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osseram.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
I can't stand this guy.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh, there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. Shouldn't take more than a day or two.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather around. The savior of Meridian has done it again.
What?
The Bristlebacks are defeated. You.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chain Scrape is open for business.
Terrific.
Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it.
Yeah! Woo!
Haha.
Yeah! Yeah!
Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do.
God, she's so sarcastic. It's hilarious. Merchants, yay. Okay, so this is my Meridian.
Well, the chain scrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barren Light.
Let's see, what do we got here? Ha! Get that one back. Like, this was such a good look. And now it's not basic as all hell. I might actually, at one, let's, just sell all of these. Okay, don't want to sell this stuff. Just clear the thingy. Okay. And then... do I do it? Do I buy the Nora Huntress outfit? Because it's so good. Like, yeah, give it to me. Buy an equip. Like, it's iconic.
Magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Like, it's an iconic look. I gotta go with it. Upgrade. Oh, jeez. I need green shine to upgrade this. Good God. Okay. Hopefully green shine's not too hard to find. But I can get this to tier 2. I can upgrade my bow. Ah, I can't upgrade my bow. I can actually upgrade this to tier 3. Let's get this. First, let's get this to tier 1. And tier 2. Okay, can't get it to 3 yet. Can I get this to 3 still? Ah, dang. Okay, that's fine. All my stuff's tier 2, so...
It's just really attractive.
lucky hammer of mine. I'd live in a forge if they paid me enough.
Let's progress the story. I'll do side quests and stuff when I just feel like playing without recording. Alright.
You heard the whistle. Time to go.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
Oh my god, this guy and his excuses.
I'm off to Barren Light, Wadis. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
God, I hate this guy. And yeah, that's... As kind of cool as it is, this is better than her base outfit in this game.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway.
Ooh.
If I...
Let's start... Yeah, definitely get Resonator Blast. Critical boost. Oh, that's cool. Block Breaker. You kind of want to get the first... Do I have 3 skill points? Yeah, definitely. That one costs 2? That's fine.
I can get through it. I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Boy, I do want to hang out with Petra.
Gotta keep going, sorry.
Ignoring me again?
Hey, Milda. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special group. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Probably both.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
Oh, poor guy.
Don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough wild meat?
Ah, hello again. How goes your search?
About that. I should be going.
Right.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew?
Heck yeah.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down.
Because Petra's cool.
Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting
And-
you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
Knowing Ashley Birch, knowing the fact that she's played by Ashley Birch, like, I'm
That's
down
a
with
blast from the
bisexual.
bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Ulvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends.
Yeah, it ends with
Anyway.
your fingers getting cut off.
Right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talland. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Ulvin's plans. Now, if only there was some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Ulvin?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Ulvin has taken to blaming the Carja for him.
Oh, of course.
He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Carja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
Exactly. Yeah, there it is.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
I love the names of most around cities.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Karja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Karja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for what exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
Who is this Tolland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing
Their
pondsman.
names
Got a
kinda
shop here in
suck, though.
town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Tolland works for Ulvin?
Ha! Ulvin might think so, but Tolland scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So about Ulvin.
Around here, everything's about Ulvin.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it
Yeah, I
help
know. I'm
Ulvin?
doing a lot of digging, but like
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvin has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that.
So, stonks.
Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Tolland making it rougher.
Petrus
It's
said
a
Tolland
Tanakh
has a
game.
shop here in
Try
Chainscrape.
can enjoy
I
it.
could have a word with him first.
I can still override. That's good.
I could get around faster if I find a charger to override. I can override one of these chargers.
Let's get
I
some.
have to go in quiet so I don't spook the herd. I can't override that machine. But I could learn if there's a cauldron out here.
Hey, buddy. All right, let's ride. This is what I love about this franchise.
It's a fresh shell. You should find something.
Fighting from robot back. I love having overridden machines. It's so much fun. Especially when you get to higher levels and you get like combat machines. Like not even ones that are mounts, just like they can help you fight. Especially the really big ones. Like when you get the later upgrades and you can have like 2 or 3 at the same time. And you decide to have like, you know, 2 or 3 robot saber-toothed tigers with plasma guns on their backs. Okay, it's ecstasy.
Barren light. Last part of the Sundom before the Forbidden West. Jahoon. That means the embassy store is here. Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my stash. Might be worth taking a look around, too.
Alright, hit that. Hit that. Back is machine store.
All of them. Is that the savior of Meridian? Can we have a word?
There's Erend. Looks like he's had a few.
Yeah, great.
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh up there.
Are you in charge around here?
Ah, apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls.
Oh,
but the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen, once the Tanakh have left.
You said something about Tanakh marshals.
Yeah, what's their
Who
deal?
are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
Probably more than sweat,
It
too.
was indeed.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard.
From the Sun King himself.
The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
You said something about...
They're the tribes. They are that. Paiv came back drenched.
It was...
It was...
Yeah, hit the wrong thing.
Where is this Commander Nozar, then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
She's very persuasive. Because, like, everyone she meets is
There's a lot of
attracted
activity
to her.
going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled.
Ulvund's an asshole.
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Oh my god, I hate this guy.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh's horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
I can do whatever the hell I want, Nazar.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
On a machine. Oh!
Laurel.
Where did you learn how to override?
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Queen herself!
Oh, frick.
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
That's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard! You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys.
God, I love Aaron.
Saving the world.
He's drunk off his ass right now.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look,
yeah,
Laurel.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Yes.
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
Alright. Oh, God.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them.
Yeah, fuck the
I
Karja.
need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold!
Marshal Fashav?
She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
So he went native.
A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am Unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the Setting Sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles.
I like this guy. He walks in both worlds.
But I feel that my life,
kind of
like
does
my
too.
markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins.
Yeah, spill.
Are you sure you want to hear it?
Yeah, spill.
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses.
Good call.
I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tanakh into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate. I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tanakh chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tanakh dragged me along.
This guy's
And
smart.
I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kurut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tanakh howled, but Hikaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kurut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the cool route is a Tanakh's trial by combat.
Yes. But it is no ordinary trial.
Huh.
It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive.
This sounds familiar.
Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tanakh chief.
The winners of the cool route must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hikaru's roving lawgivers.
They're not
part
spirits.
magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tanakh still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tanakh. To survive.
Yep, they're from California.
The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tanakh for hating them.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tanakh. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
The Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive.
Oh, God.
But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him.
He's a call.
So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tanakh is a lot different than how they do. Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind.
What's that?
As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both.
Is he going to be an ambassador?
If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hikaru knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
Are you glad?
Oh, but I have another. As someone who knows, I'm in a. If Sun King,
The Tanakh.
they're not. Chief Hikaru, even if that.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse.
Yeah.
Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important. And it's just the two of you.
Easier that way.
Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you.
Okay, I want to talk to this
He
Hikaru
can be
guy.
intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice.
No, I want to meet him.
You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest.
I want to meet this guy.
Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to it.
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Oh, good.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few.
Wonderful.
He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No, the other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
Ah, God. I really hate this guy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
And also, he's Avad's cousin. Shouldn't his title be Prince? Like, he's the cousin of the king. Unless he's cousin on his mother's side.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regala. Chief Hikaru's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Oh, God. She can control machines. That's horrifying. Silence taught her how to do that.
Lancers! Form up!
Silence 100%.
They're riding machines.
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Yep, called it.
Vashav, come with us now, or not at all.
Archers! Light them up!
Oh, there's the fire bristle.
Get to cover!
All these Tanakh are just dying.
Archers! Keep them back!
Are they just all gonna die? Do I get to save some of them?
Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They know how to control machines. Wonderful. I mean, I saw that in the trailer, but still.
They're not gonna make it.
the gate!
Killed Wadis for all.
Open the gate!
Don't kill the commander and Bashab.
Karja! Stand your ground!
Fire at will!
I don't have a shot!
Oh yeah, just introduce this super badass character.
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center! Get ready!
Introduce this super badass character immediately off. Like, really?
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge!
Give me those.
Here they come! Time to fight.
Oh, they wrote down. Alright.
Something's wrong, Aloy! Here's Aloy! On target!
You okay?
I'll stop you!
Oh, jeez. And that one was one of theirs. It had their, God, what is with the frame rate? Just, like, getting awful. When I start a new, recording. I don't understand that.
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge!
Take all of that.
Here they come!
Man down! Hunter down!
We got this!
Take this out! Take that target!
Attack!
One more traitor dead! In your way! Good to be on the hunt. Lights out!
Oh, that's fire.
You can't take us! Do you need ammo? Stay with me! Got this one, let's go! One more traitor dead!
I'll need this.
break it.
Are they dead?
Oh, jeez. Cutscene!
Me now.
All these guys are dying.
Hey, look, there's some ammo. Take them out.
How do I do that big arrow volley? Aim with L2 and fire with R1. Okay. And then how do I do the burst thing?
Got her now! He's gotta help her! Take him down.
Down it goes.
He's fading! You're going down! Go on target!
Here!
One down! We got this!
Go in!
Hang in there, Aloy!
Oh, they modified these things too. Okay. That's more than a little terrifying.
I'm on target! Take this ammo!
Oh god, that's fine.
Another one down! We can win this!
Get out of there! Got her now!
Alright, cutscene.
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
Oh, screw this guy.
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
I have to fight this guy one-on-one. Oh! This told me he's gonna kill Varl, too. Oh, I'm probably gonna kill him and take that from him.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. Whoa! Give it up!
Killing you. It'll take more effort to use my blade.
I can break through his shield if I damage it enough. Gotta get through that shield.
Let's see who fires first.
Need to break his guard. There! Now's my chance! Oh.
Technologically advanced melee weapon.
You're not stopping me!
You're as weak as...
His shield's regenerated! Gotta take down that shield! Shield's gone! He's vulnerable!
You should...
I've gotta break that shield!
You're not hurting me, Outlander.
There! He's exposed!
You leave yourself open.
That's it! That shield's not gonna save you! Huh? There! Now's my chance!
What's happening? Just under his helmet, he's just a normal dude. Like, no face tats. I also didn't expect him to be...
Give it up! There.
Give me all your shit. Like, now.
Your turn! Come down here and face me!
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Okay, I can tell she's gonna be a good villain. What was that guy's name? What was that Crispin Freeman guy's name in the first game? Helis? Okay, get them out of there.
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
Don't tell me he's gonna die.
You're going on without me, aren't you?
No.
Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
You introduced me to this super badass character. I'm just killing him. I hate that so much. Like, I know that was 100% the plan. It's like, hey, this guy's really cool. We're gonna make you like him, and then we're just gonna immediately kill him. You jerks, gorilla.
It's salvage time, boys.
What are you doing here? Yeah, grab his shield thing.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tanakh have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Vashav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh's territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh's territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Alright.
Vashav called Regala a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got her way.
Give me the diesel one.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Vashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Vashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest...
He got what he deserved.
Well, no one deserves to go out that way.
Not even he.
I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
Probably both.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Wonderful.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh.
Well, that's good.
More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know.
They're pissed.
I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
You mentioned the
They're more taken down.
It's hard to imagine.
Make no mistake.
They're
When
so
they're
many
worried,
times today.
but so
If they're so...
don't know. I heard they have. You'd think that.
You said the Tanakh's lands
And yeah,
are
I know.
farther
I'm
west.
getting all the lore. I don't
What can
care.
I expect
This
to
world's
find
interesting.
between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
He's clearly never
I've
been
only
there.
heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the united clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Great.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
Great.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
Wonderful.
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return.
Good, so I can come back through.
And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
so much out here. I am absolutely gathering as much as I can. There's a lot to salvage from this battle out here. And I leveled
Next
up.
fight. So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spires should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, the backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regalla's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would.
I'm still gonna laugh at that name every time she says it. Because the real Elizabeth Sobeck was a freaking Nazi.
At this point, I want to get out of here.
Grab that. And I think I'm going to call it there because I am frame rate issues again. There's got to be a place to save.
The woman who led the ambush, Regalla, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence.
Yep.
But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels?
There's got to be a place to save them. Oh, there it is. Campfire right over here. That is perfect. Yeah, this is as good a place as any to call it. Let's do a full manual save. Alright. I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.